So the title of today's talk is Happiness and Wellbeing with the lovely and cuddly Willoughby.
This is just a quick twist to get going. Come on, let's twist again, like we did last summer. I can do it. Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Now we're getting to where science can get inside our heads, get inside how our groups work, what makes us joyful, how do we make a good life? That's been a question for a long time, and it's really interesting to see how lots of scientists are now trying to figure out what it was that Buddha figured out 2,500 years ago, and confirming in fact that he was right. I'm the Research Director of Community Wellbeing, and I guess the thing that really excites me about wellbeing science is that for the first time there's a science that I'm really interested in. Like, I love biology, but the fact that now we can connect wisdom and science and check things out. But the exciting thing really is that so much of ancient wisdom is actually being affirmed by what science is discovering. We're an animal that needs a place. We need a sense of belonging. And if we don't have a sense of belonging, we get anxious. The work that I'm doing at the moment is a thing called a population shift intervention. It's to see if we can move the well-being of a whole population. So some people are miserable, some people are terrific, most people are somewhere in the middle. But the research that was done in '93 said that if you could move the well-being of the population by 1 point on the general health questionnaire, you got a 6.5% reduction in the production of people with anxiety and depression disorders. Now that's a massive saving. But also, if you get the population flourishing, the more people that are flourishing, the better the country does. Now, Denmark is a classic example. If you decide to become masters of well-being, you can make your world how you want it. Michael Marmot did a study on health inequalities in the UK, and he found that they exist at the level of neighbourhoods, which is why I'm encouraging you guys to get serious about making your neighbourhood flourish, because you can. It's doable. How do we actually move governments beyond a magic material economy? How do we change the way we organise at the national level? How can wellbeing science help us do that? If we can sort out wellbeing, then maybe we can be able to be a lot tougher on corporations, a lot tougher on the wealthy, and make a much fairer state, but one where people at the bottom have more power, including power over their own well-being, to join in, to lift themselves up. So we break away from dependence, and where people learn how to have a good life and how to have a life that's satisfying.
Can we have another round of applause for Willoughby?
Yay!
Next week we have the wonderful Gregory Sams, otherwise known as Greg Sams, who not only invented the veggie burger and brought chaos theory to the UK, many years ago wrote a wonderful book that really inspired me called The State is Out of Date, which is a book that looks at human history and looks at the fact that almost all of the positive developments and inventions and innovations in human history came from people, not from the state. And Greg's been looking at how we can actually look at organising ourselves from the bottom up, from the grassroots, which in terms of the natural world is the healthy and sane way to organise our society.